Have you ever had that gut feeling that someone isn't telling you the truth? That something just isn't right? That feeling you get in your gut, man, that's your reptile brain telling you something's off. It's like a sixth sense. What if I told you there are proven psychological tricks to detect a lie instantly? Ways to read people like a book and know when they're full of it. We're talking about the real deal, man, the science behind deception. From subtle body language cues to how the brain processes deception. Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of lying. We're going to break down the tells, the giveaways, the stuff you see and hear that screams, this person is lying. Get ready, because once you see these signs, you can't unsee them. This is some real-life Matrix stuff, man. Let's do this. All right, let's talk about microexpressions. These are fleeting facial expressions, man, like super quick, that reveal a person's true emotions, even if they're trying to hide them. Think of it like this. You're hardwired to react to stuff. You see a bear, you get scared. You smell some delicious food, you get happy. These reactions, they happen in a split second, and your face can't help but show it. Now, most people can't control these micro-expressions. They try to put on a poker face, but their true feelings leak out, man. So what should you look for? A quick flash of fear when they're trying to act tough? A fake smile that doesn't quite reach their eyes? A little twitch in their cheek? These are all red flags, my friend. It's like their face betrays the lie their mouth is telling. You got to remember, we're talking fractions of a second here. These micro-expressions are gone in a flash, so you got to be paying attention. But once you start seeing them, it's like a superpower. You can practically read minds. We've all heard it, right? Well, look me in the eye when you talk to me, like it's some kind of lie detector test. And yeah, some people who are lying, especially if they're not very good at it, they'll avoid eye contact. It's like they're ashamed to look you in the face because they know they're full of it. But here's the thing, professional liars, the real good ones, they know you're looking for that. So what do? They overcompensate. They'll stare you down, man, lock eyes with you like they're trying to hypnotize you. They think that by maintaining intense eye contact, they'll come across as more believable, more sincere. But it's all an act. It's like they're trying too hard, you know? So how do you tell the difference between someone who's genuinely trying to connect with you and someone who's trying to sell you a lie? It's all about balance, man. Natural eye contact ebbs and flows. It's normal to look away occasionally, to think, to process information. But when someone's laser focused on your eyes, like they're trying to burn a hole through your head, that's a red flag. Chapter 3. TMI, too many details, too much BS. Here's a classic liar's move. They drown you in details. They figure, hey, if I just keep talking, if I make my story super detailed and complicated, no one will suspect a thing. It's like they're trying to build this elaborate facade, this wall of words to hide the truth. But here's the thing about detail. The more you make up, the harder it is to keep track of them all. You start asking questions, poking holes in the story, and they can't keep up. They contradict themselves, they get dates mixed up, they start sweating bullets. It's like their whole story unravels, man. So if you're talking to someone and they're giving you way more information than you need, way more detail than is necessary, be suspicious. It's like they're trying to convince themselves as much as they're trying to convince you. And that, my friend, is a big red flag. Chapter 4. Inconsistent stories, catching liars in their own web of lies. This one's pretty straightforward, but it's a powerful tool for sniffing out BS. Liars, especially when they're put on the spot, they tend to trip over their own stories. They tell one version of events, then another, then another. It's like they're trying to build a house of cards in a hurricane. So how do you catch them? Ask the same question in different ways at different times. If their story keeps changing, even slightly, that's a major red flag. It means they're making it up as they go along, trying to fit their story to whatever you want to hear. Another thing to watch out for is hesitation. When you ask a liar a question, they often pause before answering, like they're trying to come up with a plausible lie on the spot. They might even repeat the question back to you, buying themselves a few extra seconds to fabricate a response. Remember, honesty is effortless. Lying takes work, man, and the harder they work, the more obvious it becomes. Chapter 5. Body language. When their body screams the truth. All right, folks, let's talk about body language. You see, our bodies often betray us, even when our words try to deceive. It's like our subconscious is screaming, "This is BS," while our mouths are trying to maintain the facade. So, what should you look for? First off, inconsistencies. If someone's telling you they're happy but their face is frowning, that's a red flag. If they're claiming innocence but their body language screams defensiveness, pay attention. Crossed arms, fidgeting, avoiding eye contact, these are all signs that something's not right. Another thing to watch out for is what I call the liar's touch. You ever notice how liars tend to touch their face a lot when they're talking, like they're trying to cover their mouth, rub their nose or adjust their hair? It's almost like they're subconsciously trying to block their own lies from coming out. Remember, our bodies are constantly communicating, even when we're not aware of it, so pay attention to those non-verbal cues. They'll often tell you more about what's really going on than any words ever could. Now that you know the signs, you'll never see conversations the same way again. You'll start noticing these little tells everywhere, man. In your personal life, at work, even on TV. It's like a whole new world opens up once you understand the psychology of lying. Want to test your skills? Watch someone speak today and see if you can spot the truth or the lie. Pay attention to their microexpressions, their eye contact, their body language. See if you can catch those inconsistencies in their stories. If you found this useful, hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-blowing psychology insights.